It's a pleasure to be back with you folks. I've thought about you many times over the months, and I'm back here tonight to talk about some... Oh, yes, sir. Clant MC, Seay, representing the Citizens Campaign Against Big Lick Animal Cruelty. We're animal welfare advocates. This involves Tennessee walking horses in your community. Back here, the last time I was with you was in May of 2016. At that time, a person referred to me as a lawyer from Mississippi that didn't have a license. John Grisham and I are an exclusive club. We both have licenses. We're inactive on the bar, but we have licenses. But I'm here not as a lawyer. I'm here as a human being that's concerned about your community and these horses. I speak for the horses that cannot speak for themselves. I represent over 200,000 people that are active in this movement. Since I was last with you, I went to Washington for a month. We started here last year. We went from the Gulf of Mexico to the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. We proceeded into Tennessee, where we pursued the speaking for these horses. We ended up in New York City in November, and we have pretty much been all over the country. I'm back here tonight because I want to know if you guys are planning to allow this horse show again at your Frank Brown Park. That's one question. I checked in with the TDC about a month ago, and they said the $25,000 had not been paid and a bill had not been received for it. If the bill doesn't show up and you don't pay it, you will have the applause of the country, okay? Because, as I said, when I first showed up, we had no knowledge that $25,000 of the taxpayer med tax money was being paid for that. Ms. Myers asked me in the course of our discussion over 2 or 3 months, he says, Clant, why is this here in our community? And I thought about that a number of times. We, in pursuing from here, the chairman of the Senate House Appropriations Committee wrote a letter to the Secretary of Agriculture wanting him to provide certain information, one of which was concerning physical threats of violence at horse shows. This occurred back approximately May 26th of 2016, and in approximately July, the Secretary responded a little over a month later, and he listed 4 incidents that took place at the Panama City Beach Horse Show. There in the documentation that I provided you, reading, April 21, trainer hostile, abusive, a VMO, that's a veterinarian. In the inspection area, you can read as well as I can, there are 3 more. The last one is numerous racist comments and insults directed at one female veterinarian. And I've gone a little over my time, but I wish you would indulge me a little bit on this because what I've got to say is pretty darned important, and it's not related to everything else. Yes, sir?
Your time's up. It's up to the council.
I don't need but 2 more minutes. Is that permissible?
Anybody? Okay, 2 more minutes.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And I'll be available at any time with any person after this. And I am requesting now a conference with Mr. Gisbert and whoever needs to be in the conference because, in my opinion, we need to get on the level playing field going forward because I think things have changed. Now, let me tell you one important thing. The Secretary of Agriculture in late July issued a federal regulation to eliminate the pads and chains on these walking horses, and that would make it illegal, part of the Horse Protection Act, a federal regulation. It's gone through procedures. It's sitting right now on final approval to be published in the Federal Register. I'm not going through all the details, but it started in July. There were comment periods. Over 95% of the comments, about 11 or 15,000, whatever it was, were for favor of eliminating these pads and chains. If you have the horse show back here, this 40% should be enough because that's the disqualification rate of the horses that the inspectors inspected. Plus, you've got these acts of violence that are documented by the USDA that I provided you. Please don't allow this. Has there been a contract signed on this horse show, Mr. Gisbert, for this year? That's a question. And you can tell me afterwards, if you will. So I've come with information. I respect every one of you. I've gotten to know you personally. You have a heck of a lot of integrity. I came in blindsiding you with this last year, but there's no reason for that this year. So I'm available. Hopefully this regulation will go through and maybe this will be moot. But I fully expect a suit against the government over this, and then here you are back in the spotlight again. And I hate that. And hopefully we can avoid it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your dispensation. Great to see all of you. Thank you very much.